Attention, Wonder Fit, AFT 4595, AFT 4595, Wonder Fit, right car. Can you go and see Giant in the parking bay? AFT 4595.
Ndibasile nasko. Ndibasile. Yeah. No. Change. No, what's the score? Maita basi.
Peter Chebe live, break and finish live, comment section, microphone check.
Table number 6. Table number 6. Ibra Sejemba the killer versus Tami Jawabu. Table number 6.
now at Camp Haven, right at the heart of Harare City. Two matches that I'm streaming at the same time. One is on PATRIACH'S Live YouTube, having Ian Kaziwe and Hazard Lokuma. The one which is second of the two is on the Break and Finish Live YouTube streaming platform between Caesar Chandiga and Richard Mushobe, aka Family Man. Annual Invitational Championship, a tournament that is sponsored by Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa, who is at the venue, who is watching pool. He's so much into things of faith. Today his focus is on pool. This competition is part of celebration of his birthday. It's not the first edition. He normally makes it big when he grows a year older. He is a big boy after all, why not? Tournament has a few dozens of players from South Africa, from Uganda, from Malawi, from Eswatini, from Zambia, of course from Zimbabwe, the biggest number of them all, and from Tanzania. An all Ugandan clash between Ian and Hazard is having Ian lead by 6 frames to 5. The competition is being played on double life basis. The winner progresses to the round of last 16 in the first life, in their first life. The loser drops only to their second life, which will be played tomorrow, racing to only 5. In the second match, Richard Mushobe, the family man, is down by 3 frames to 1 against Caesar Chandiga in this race to 9 as well. The two matches will for now be sharing the same exact commentary. There looks to be an equalizing frame in the first frame that Richard, hopefully for himself, trying to replicate what Hazard has just done. If he can finish the 3 yellows now left on the table, it is looking like a far-fetched cry. Last time out that he played against the Ugandan Richard Mushobe, it was a money match for $400 racing to 11 between himself and Ian, just about 2 weeks ago now. We were right in this city, but not exactly at the venue. This venue where we are at Eshka's Pool Arena. It's called the Eshkalitas Pool Arena. That's the day when the Ugandans shined over the Zimbabweans, with Ian beating both Craig and Richard, Kasozi beating Eshka. Speaking of Kasozi, is taking on Malvan Mokonza. It's Kasozi leading by 8 frames to 5. And then another Zim player called Kile taking on Ginte. I'm not so certain of the scores, but it is Kile that has been potting black most of the time that I've been watching. Another Ugandan, Ibrahim Sejemba, is just about to start the match between himself and Tami Jabav of South Africa. That one will be coming live after the match between Hazard and Ian is done. Unless you guys advise me, those that are watching between the match between Hazard and Ian, there is action. Happening now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. Malvan Mokonza 5, Joseph Kasozi 8. Looks like Kasozi is on the verge of paying suit revenge against Malova, who defeated him twice in the last 2 months, I think. Malvan defeated Kasozi 2 weeks ago in Mashingo, some distance from where we are. The two had earlier faced African Ultimate Pool Championships in Mpumalanga in South Africa. It was a one-sided 7 frames to 1 victory for Malova. For Kile and Ginte, I don't remember them ever facing off. For Ibra and Tami, it could as well be the first time that the two are taking on each other. Of course, the first time Caesar is playing against Richard, and Richard is learning, maybe perhaps playing some kind of overweight guy, most especially the last shot, the penultimate shot he took, which opened up the red, which is now about to play. A guy that became $1,500 and a Subaru Impreza Richer just hours ago. Has not slept at all, maybe 1 hour of sleep at maximum. He spent the night in transit from Kampala to Harare via Blantyre. Now on the verge of potting black to make it 4 for himself. As though he's not satisfied with his achievements of the night, he wants yet another the following day. Caesar, amidst a round of applause for Richard, 1. Hazard 6, Ian 6. Joseph Kasozi has defeated Malvan Mokonza by 9 frames to 5. Malvan drops to the second life. Kasozi qualifies to the round of last 16 in his first life. So many of the big boys in the building, Jerry around, Aiden around, all those that you are watching, 5 Ugandan players, including these 3 you are watching, as well as Ibra, Sejemba, and Joseph Kasozi, Eshka, of course Malva, and so many other Zimbabwean players, the South Africans, including Pila Mazambani, who has defeated Victor Senyenza. That was a very good result for him. Of course, Tami Jalao. On one stream is Hazard trying to lead for what will be the first time in the match. He gets to miss a very critical ball. Could easily be the turning point of the match. That one is came so close. You would have fancied his chances of trying to put the black. No matter its position. Eshka Chimbwanda is just about to play against Jeremiah Naido. That match is going to be streamed live on Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa's Facebook page. It's called Emmanuel Makandiwa, just like that. I've just seen it has 1.2 million followers. Hazard trying to find the cushion, the angle of the cushion. He does foul. As Caesar attempts to win a 5th frame out of 6, playing a little backspin here. Looks a little obvious that he's finishing the frame, a little obvious that he's increasing his lead for the guy that has won match in the space of the last 3 weeks and yet wants more and more and more. Playing the cue ball so close to the black, its movement intercepted by the yellow. That will go down as a bad shot by Caesar. Will be playing black off the top cushion, try and put it maybe to center pocket, maybe corner pocket top. He always went for luck in that one and ends up with a miss. This on the opposite table, Ian taking on Hazard, with Hazard failing to put black, with Ian wanting to pounce. The 2 faced off just yesterday in the second round of Uganda's biggest comp, the Nile Special National Open Pool Championship. 2 of the tournament favorites facing off in the round of last 64. Ian outclassing Hazard by 5 frames to 1. And there comes Caesar off the cushion, sinks black into the center pocket, and now leads by 5 frames to 1. Already entertaining the crowd, already becoming a crowd favorite. The Scorpion 5 and the Family Man 1. The Zambian player Kile, all the way from Blawayo, has produced one of the tournament's first round surprise victories. He has taken Sanford Given Ginte out, at least of his first life. That is why you are hearing a lot of Zimbabwean noise in the background. Caesar, Richard, Ian and Hazard will want to join Kile first. They will need to win their ongoing matches. For Ian on the Peter Chevy Live YouTube stream, needing to put black to the corner pockets top right. Diagonally has to avoid cue ball getting served to the corresponding corner pocket. The shot is in and the white is safe, and Ian regains the lead. It's now 6 frames to 7. He leads against Hazard. 5 frames to 1. Caesar leads against the family man. First time I'm streaming a competition that is sponsored by a prophet who is not hiding his passion for the game into the stands, watching the action alongside boss Nevson, one of the most renowned sponsors in Zimbabwean pool. The management committee of the Zimbabwe Pool Association also at the venue almost entirely. And special thanks me to Prophet Makandiwa for sponsoring my air travel, simply to come and do what I love doing. The break and finish live stream has Caesar now winning a 6th. Looks like he's making light work of the young man who, for whatever reason, is calling himself a family man for a nickname. He doesn't have a family yet, don't make any mistake about that, but there is nothing wrong with being a family man. Ian Kazwe needs to win 2. Hazard needs to win 3 of the remaining 4. Meanwhile, guys who are watching from in and around Harare, while the venue is one that you probably know, a complex that is entirely owned by the prophet. Access is only by invitation. There are about 300 people watching the action at the venue, all of them by invitation. If you are a fan wanting to watch, you'll be charged the whole of $100 US. So just in case you're like myself who wouldn't pay that money to watch pool, just watch at home online. That money will allow you to watch all the games on both of the days. Perhaps the idea was not to have a very big crowd at the venue, because he knows that you guys love these stars. I've been told he's create some time off his very, very busy schedule to watch some games, and I'm quite pleased that he loves Ugandan pool. He watches Ugandan pool a lot. It is why, for choice of invitees, he invited Ugandans as the biggest number coming from outside Zimbabwe. They were 6. It's just that one of them did not prepare enough. It involves a lot of calculation. It also involves a lot of money. Booking air travel during the Christmas is not something of a joke. It's not easy. When they are secured, they come quite expensive. Sometimes twice as expensive as usual, because the demand for tickets is not, the demand exit is way more than the available tickets. So airlines just take advantage and make money. There is $6,000 US to win tomorrow for one of these 32 players that will win the competition. If they can win position number 1 and 2, there is also $4,000 for the second placed person, but it could be the same player if it's one guy that takes positions number 1 and 2. And there are about 10 guys in the competition who are more than able of achieving that, because they have the 2 South Africans, Aiden and Jerry Eshka. Some of the Ugandan players, the Zambians, most especially Kelvin and Royd, both of whom have qualified into the second round. Or perhaps any other surprise package. Streaming live poll, too much out, 1,000 people watching live on the break and finish live stream. Caesar Chandiga up by 6 frames to 1 against Richard Mushobe. Uganda and Zimbabwe respectively, and all Ugandan clash between Ian and Hazard, the guys that took on each other yesterday in Uganda's car comp, as Ian won, wanting to replicate, add salt to the wound he inflicted on Hazard yesterday. The break and finish live stream seems to be having Caesar on the verge of winning a 7th. Maybe Richard could be fighting a losing battle. I didn't expect Caesar to play this good today. First of all, he's very fatigued. Secondly, it is only natural that when you achieve, that there is that kind of mental satisfaction. The guy still wants to achieve more, at least given how he's playing in the first match. He leads by 7 frames to 1. Ian wants to do exactly what Caesar has just done on the second table by putting now 2 more yellows and then the black, of course, way more difficult to finish than the one Caesar has just on the neighboring table. He needs to put cue ball sliding off the red a little, just like that, now needing to put the last yellow on the table to the corner pocket, the extreme left of the Peter Chove live screen. In the same shot, drawing the cue ball backwards, bouncing it off the right cushion, and then playing it as close can be to the black, maybe play it into the black, or the red close to the black has to put cue ball off the cushion and then into the black. Not exactly into the black, has just had the cue ball somewhere close to the table. After all, black is portable to the same corner pocket. He has played the last yellow. This is the shot to put him within 1 frame of the victory. Puts to the center pocket instead and wins the frame. Ian 8, Hazard 6, Caesar 7, Richard 1. The Ugandans in the recent past last 3 years have gotten some good and some very good results in international competitions, but results have not been uniform, spread out throughout the team. It has been basically Caesar, and in the recent history, Ibra, with other players not shining as bright as they normally do while playing at home. But for the first round today, they seem to be having a party. Looks like from the first 4 that are on table, it's just one who will be losing his life, taking on a countrymate, either Ian or Hazard, most likely Hazard. For Caesar, he now leads by 8 frames to 1, needing to win 1 out of the remaining 8. Of course, Richard knows that his first life is on the verge of coming to an end. For Hazard, in the second stream, must hope that Ian's pattern comes short. Wow, for one time, this time Ian snookers. Tami Jabavu, South Africa 2, Ibrahim Sejemba, Uganda 2.
Roy versus Aiden. Roy versus Aiden on table number 2. Roy versus Aiden. Is Aiden and Roy around?
Ian 8, Hazard 7, Caesar 8, Richard 2. Apologies for the brief loss of the stream between Caesar and
On table number 5.
Richard. That was only temporal.
Table number 5.
Looks to have been sorted.
Ubes, Pakanati, are you in?
And the Zim fans seem to have the belief that Richard has not lost it all. You get a feeling he's fighting for honor, fighting for pride, fighting to lower the losing margin. Fighting for a result? Not really. And there comes the shot that explains his performance in the match. In summary, with the Caesar on the yellows with one mission to finish them off. Here he comes. Now after making this pot, it is not a pot, it is a miss. The commentator was wrong to assume that the ball was going in. A little understandable, because guiding the cue ball to avoid self-snooker needed a little bit of cheating in the pocket, which came with the risk of missing. Richard demonstrating that while he's down, he's not out. He has the class, he has the ability to win a frame and another. I just don't think he can win 7 in a row. On 2 reds now. The one that is more distant from the white ball is the one he should be playing first. He's deciding to put what should have been his insurance ball first. He vindicates himself by manipulating the cue ball to perfection. Not really. Cue ball seems to be touching the yellow. He's okay at the end of the day, having full sight of the red, putting it diagonally, a little backspin. The rest is a formality. As formal as it is for Hazard on the second stream, he's winning a match. Ian is winning the match against Hazard in a big comp, in a different country, different city, just in the space of one day. Needing to put black to the corner pocket close to the bottom of the screen, Ian will be a winner of the All-Ugandan affair for the second time against his teammate. Ian wins this same round by 9 frames to 7.
would like to acknowledge the president, one of the sponsors of pool in Zimbabwe, Mr. Norman Moyo. He sponsors what is called Nelson's Select. It's a group of players, a number of players that are developed here in Zimbabwe are sponsored even going abroad and games locally. For instance, yesterday there was a tournament. I'm told that SK yesterday won $3,500 at the table, and all that was sponsored by Mr. Norman Moyo. So we invited him as a guest here because he is involved in the development of pool. Not only is he sponsoring Zimbabweans, even up to Uganda. So he loves the game. So his name is Welcome, sir, and thank you for developing this sport and helping in the socio-economic development. Thank you.
Attention please, incoming results from a match that is just finished between Ian Kazibwe and Hazard the Truth. Ian has won 9-7 against the Truth.
Against the Truth.
Table number 5, Safe Ahmad.
After winning Uganda's Cup comp yesterday, the following day, thousands of miles away, Caesar starts off with a statement of intent of why he's here to win a third major African competition in 3 weeks. Final score, Caesar 9 and Richard 3.